What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, we had the official weigh-ins for Vergil Ortiz and Erickson the Hammer Lubin. Vergil Ortiz came in at 153.8. Erickson the Hammer Lubin came in 154 on the dot. The problem is, Vergil Ortiz looked extremely weight drained on the scale. Lubin didn't look that much better, but he did look better on the scale. But Vergil Ortiz, he looked extremely weight drained on the scale. And this is concerning because we know Vergil Ortiz has a history of health issues when it comes to cutting weight. So with that said, this is concerning, but again, typically everybody has issues when they cut weight. They're gonna fight at 154. It sounds big, but you're talking about young grown men. Okay, so that weight cut at what young grown men, that is a problem. You know what I'm saying? So is the punch resistance for Vergil Ortiz going to be there? Because one thing we got to take into consideration is that one thing about Erickson Lubin is he's a southpaw who could be slick, who could be a boxer, but he got power. And Vergil Ortiz, we've seen Vergil Ortiz get dropped. We've seen him get dropped by Serhii Boachuk, who's not the biggest puncher, a solid puncher. And also, we've seen him get dropped. Well, he didn't get dropped, but he got hurt by the mean machine, Igor Kavalauskas, right? And so now, it's concerning, right? That is Vergil Ortiz going to have the stamina, for one, to be able to move around the ring? Because if Erickson Lubin gives him different looks, different, angles, and moves around the ring and, fights in the pocket, then moves around and, changes the channel, as I like to say, on Vergil Ortiz, where he's, making Vergil keep reset. Because Vergil is vanilla. He is what we've seen him to be. He's going to come forward. He's going to be aggressive. He's flat-footed. That's not what Erickson Lubin is. Lubin can change the channel and make you reset. Now, the question is Erickson Lubin going to change the channel? Because at times when you watch the Jesus Ramos fight, which I just recently watched again while I was in the barbershop, and I watched Coach Kevin Cunningham get frustrated with Lubin continuously placing himself on the ropes. So not so much of being forced onto the ropes, but allowing himself to be backed up to the ropes by Jesus Ramos. And Jesus Ramos' style is very similar to that of Vergil Ortiz. But when you watch Lubin make the adjustments in that fight and fight in the center of the ring like Coach Cunningham was pleading with him to do and yelling at him to get off the ropes, when you watch that and you look at it from that standpoint, Lubin outclassed Jesus Ramos every time they was in the center of the ring. And the problem is, the worst part about it is that he wasn't being forced to the ropes. He was allowing himself to be backed up into the ropes. So he wasn't being forced there. If he keeps the fight in the center of the ring with Vergil Ortiz and goes to the body, his changing levels, that right jab to the feinting to the chest and feinting to the head and then stabbing him to the body, bang. He kept freezing Jesus Ramos with that punch. Vergil Ortiz, if he struggled with making weight and you continuously and consistently stab Vergil to the center of his core, you're going to zap him of his power and his output later on in the fight. Vergil Ortiz is not as big as Jesus Ramos, but he's a better boxer, more athletic, more fluid. than Jesus Ramos. Stabbed Vergil to the body. He was coming around Jesus Ramos' high guard. Now, another thing is, Jesus Ramos is a southpaw as well. So that bothered Lubin. Vergil is orthodox. Keep stabbing him to the body and you'll win the fight. But if you're Vergil Ortiz, you got to continuously pressure Lubin because he will allow himself to be backed up into the ropes. And when he gets his back on the ropes, he's not very active. He'll go into a high guard and he gives you the uppercut and he gives you hooks to the body. This is going to be an explosive fight, entertainment fight. But let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.